How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tanks. Today I want to tell you how to make a login and register system for your SAMP server. Well, basically you are going to get player password once they register and hash it and save it into the database, and every time they log back to the server, what you're going to do is hash their password again and do a comparison if the password is true, right? We also are going to have a default position for registration, and also a scheme which will be chosen randomly from a list which you will be filling it. I already added something like 100,000 money to players once they register, and that's it. So without further ado, let me show you how to do this. Alright, so what we're going to do is basically open our script and start working in there. Right, in order to make sure your password length is 65 and you have a salt length 70, and your player also a player ID, which is useful. And right, come down here, link all of them to the database. Salt in length of 70, salt, that is it, and also player ID. Yes. And right, so once the player data loads, we want to do OM set key of what? Player OM ID and column of ID. Right. Now we want to get the error of the last function we executed, which is OM no. Or ID. So now it's either there is an account with this username and the error is error okay, or the error is no data. So now once there's no data, that means the player needs to register, and once there's the error is okay, it means that the player data exists. So we just make text format, text, size of text, welcome, put player's name, enter your password in order to complete registration, and we pass player the username, and we show play dialog, player ID. Dialog is going to be right, so it requires a dialog ID. We come here and make part for dialogs, and this is going to be dialog login 1001. This is something manual. You can actually set any number you'd like. Dialog register, just make sure they're not the same. I'll make it like this, and player data loaded. So dialog login, oh wait, dialog register, it was dialog register, and it wants dialog start, which is dialog start password. The caption is the registration, and the info is going to be the text, register, and second bottom which is going to be cancel. Right, we just make, oops, we do the same once the player wants to log in order to continue. Dialog login this time, and login same as this one. So that's it. We come on dialog response in order to check the player's response to that dialogs. So we just do a switch, dialog ID. Case if the dialog login, we do something, and if, well, of course, if the dialog ID was the same as dialog register, we do something else. So once the player registers, that means the player, we ask the player to enter a password, and player entered it, and the function passes it like this. We have it here. So what we're gonna do is first check if str length of input text is actually smaller than 5. I'm sorry, I saw something. It's smaller than 5. What we're gonna do is just return show player dialog, player ID, dialog register. We give the show player dialog register again, and we see that your password is small. Go ahead and get a better password. Star is dialog star password, and caption is going to be registration, and the text is going to be the password length must be more than 5, and register key and cancel. That would be good, but if not, what we're gonna do is create player salt. I'm just going to tell you with salt in a second. New it was UI smaller than 16, and player ID salt index is going to be a random character between from 0 to 93 plus 33. That is actually going to get some random, like something like this, which is unique between each player, so it's going to be hard to track your password algorithm. Now we make a salt for player. Now we need to hash player's password. What we're gonna do is just get its input, and we pass player salt, and return hash is going to be player's password, and the length is going to be 64.5. 4 is better. And once that's done, the player can enter the game, and what we're gonna do is do an or save for player OMID, and then call on player register callback. Now there's no callback like this, but we're gonna make it. So what if the player is entering login password? So we do still check again, dialog login. If the length is smaller than 5, still this is not valid, so we just say that the password is wrong. So we say that what I'm doing here is using hexadecimal colors. You can look for them in internet. This is something simple, there's no point for me explaining it, but this is just so simple, too simple to explain. Yeah, this is going to show this text in red color, but what if the length is not? What we're gonna do is create a new temp pass in length 65, and hash the input player entered with the same player salt as always. Put it inside temp pass, length of 64, and now once we got the input text, and hash it with the salt and place it here, and now if the player enters the same password as the register, so hashing it with the salt is going to put the player's password here. So we just do a comparison. If str comparison of what temp password and player password is the same, it means that the player needs to log in. Otherwise, that means that the player needs to retry the password, or just wrong pass. So once the player wants to log in, we just say player login, player ID, and that is it. But what if it's not? We just return it again. Well, the return must be like this. Yes. And that is it. Till here, let me just do a small check. Alright, so Now we did that, we need to forward on player login, player ID, public on player login. It really takes a long time to type all this. Right, so we just say send client message, player ID in cut. So once we just type 0x in C++ or pound, it means that we're entering a hexadecimal color. And FF0000 is red, and this is the alpha we pass. You are logged in, and spawn player, and here forward on player register. Let's just well, what you can do is just do the same, and you are registered here. Maybe give player money, like something 100,000 would be enough. And yeah, but this is just up to you. You can maybe set some default position for the player, right? And or you can actually do something like this: player ID, player money, set it to 100,000. So once the player actually spawns for the first time, it's going to give the player his ID. You can actually set players with the location, spawn location here on player register and all that. I'm just trying to tell you what to do. So let's forget about that. Inside here, insert players. Alright, so I made salt in order to not let the service provider of VPS see our password. I even just make everything professionally. So we add salt in type of character, length of 70, and save it. We move it under the password. We actually need to change the password type to character too. It is character, make sure it is character for you too. Length can be 65. ID needs this AI checked. It's not artificial intelligence, it's actually auto increment. Oh yeah, auto increment. You can read about it, how it works, but to say that so simple, once you make another account, it's going to increment the ID and it's going to make it 3, 4, 5, 6 and like that. And that is it. I believe there is nothing here needs to be updated. And yeah, now let's open our server and register a player to see if our system works. Mighty one. Yes, catch you up in game. Alright, as you see, it wants us to enter a password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, must be a strong one. Now we are registered and we got 100,000. Let's quit the game and enter again if our login works too. Alright, it wants me to enter my password, and right, as you see, it brought me to my previous position. Let's just come here and see if my position is saved. But I believe it's saved. My bad, I entered my password. Yeah, that's it. So now you see that it works actually, but maybe you don't want your character to spawn from here. I am using this cheat table in order to be free. Maybe you want to set your spawn position here, right? Just to test, you know. You can actually use a bullet command we made in order to be here. Just want to be fast. For example, I want the start position of the player to be here, right? So I just hit save, spawn pose, right? And also I want, once you log in to the server, to be, for example, facing the hospital, right? Then I say save from here. Let's just do one from here. Look at here. Right, that must be quite complicated for you to understand, but you're just going to get it in a second. Oh my god, I'm not good at using cheats. Right. So we just made spawn position and this. So we come over here and on player data loaded, right? We show player dialog, and once we want to show player the dialog, we want to set player camera pose player ID. The camera pose is going to be the place I just said. Well, this is going to be the position of the camera. Set player camera. Look at player ID. And the lookout is going to be, target is going to be here. You can actually set hospital, but I just want it to be fast. You can make it decent for your page, and yeah, it can actually make your screen look better, and that is it. Right, also you want a default position, right? So define default X, define, right, let me just duplicate that, angle, right? So you want the default X to be this, default Y this one, 23. That's it. So what we're gonna do is on player register, we do say, wait, player X position is going to be default X, and duplicate that, Y, Z, and angle. I'm going to copy all these and paste it here. Right, that would be good. And we pass players money. So let's just see if it works now. Go inside our server, open it up. My team won. Well, the spawn position must be checked using another account. Right, I'll catch you up in game. Alright, as you see, the view of here changes actually. So we just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, register. Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, spawn. It spawned me here, as you see, and well, this is the start position. I got my money. You can actually set players skin. Let's just set players skin too. SAMP skins. Right, for example, you want it to be something, right? I want to tell you that how to do what you want. So new skins is going to be an array. You want to, for example, choose something from 4, 6, 7, right? 4, 6, 7. These skins to be players skin, right? What you're gonna do is going to be player ID skin. I don't know if we have something like player skin, but I'm just gonna add it. Player skin is going to be noob. skins index random of size of skins. Yes, this is going to work for you, I think. P skin, and we need to load it into the database too. And on player spawn, also here we need to set player skin, player ID skin. Alright, we just set that. Oh wait, P skin. I'm sorry. And let's go into the database and add it to on skin. That would be great. We also need to connect to once player connects. Here, skin, same as here, A5. That is it. Now if we do register in server again, well, the reason I'm registering is well, I logged in with those accounts and the data is saved. If I go back with Mighty2, my skin is going to be CJ again. Or if it was something else, it's going to be that. Alright, as you see now, the password is this spawn, and as you see, the player's skin is something random between those three skins. And yeah, that will be it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and well, make sure you tell me if there's anything you need to make. I'll try to help you, and I might make a video about making some vehicle system or dynamic house systems. And I guess there's nothing else to say. All the best for you guys, and goodbye.